to hear, but that's what I'll do. And the feeling coming from my bones is find a home.
I wouldn't put a vid online if I didn't want it to be seen, and I wouldn't allow comments on my vid posts if I didn't want people to tell me what they thought. That said, it's not as important to me as it once was. I am my own harshest critic, and so if I can watch a vid of mine all the way through without cringing, then there's no amount of praise people can heap on a vid that will match that feeling.
Contrary to popular opinion, the very best things in life are for free.
Hopefully some will make people smile, hopefully some will make people think. And if you ever thought oh shiny about a vid of mine, then that's great. If you've ever thought that's 3 minutes of my life I'm never getting back, you'll live.
I got a chip on my shoulder and a halo on my head. I'm an angel with an attitude of my favorite.
I started vidding as an expression of fandom love, but also as a way out of a particularly deep depression. At the time I suffered from chronic insomnia, and I found vidding a great way to fill the hours and focus my mind on something positive. Thankfully the reason I vid has changed. I still find it therapeutic, but now that's not the be all and end all. The Buffyverse was my inspiration, and for a long time vidding and Buffy were inextricably linked in my mind, and I couldn't imagine vidding anything else. It was through the Buffy fandom that I came into contact with other vidders. Midnight Lair Forum was set up by myself and my friend Sassy, originally as a way of chatting to people we already knew, but it soon became a place where a group of vidders hung out and would post vids and share knowledge and opinions. I learnt a great deal from those vidders, and I always cite Xandra and Astarte as my biggest influences, mostly by opening my eyes to the idea that you can follow your own path in vidding. More recently, my work on sweet charity projects has given me insights into working with other people's ideas and music. Usually I vid from the heart, so trying to vid from someone else's heart or someone else's mind requires me to think more overtly about what I'm doing.
Just waiting for a good day. I'm walking out of this town.
I find I draw inspiration from outside sources, such as books, art, films, other TV shows, more readily than I used to. Song choice is the most intuitive part of vidding for me. I don't think I've ever looked back at a vid and thought, well, it's okay, but I should have used another song. That's not to say that everyone will like my song choice, just that I've chosen it because lyrically and tonally it fires up images in my head that coalesce into some sort of theme or subject for the vid. There are usually a couple of moments in each vid that are the result of happy accidents on the timeline. It's where the connection between a couple of randomly placed clips will suddenly make me see something I hadn't seen before, and I'll often rework that section of the vid on the strength of that spark. I think I'm most successful with effects when I've known what I want something to look like before I start, and then I set about trying to figure out how to make that work with the tools I have. With Protege Mar, the obvious influence was Sin City, but the real motivation came from paying attention to the noir style, and with Things of Supernatural itself I just amped it up for more impact.
Paupières baissées, visage clean. Surgissent les fantômes de notre ligne. On ouvre le loquet de la grille. Du tout dit qu'on appelle maison. Protect me from what I want. Take me over where I'm gone. Take me over, make me
With Candleburn I felt that having Inara slipping in and out of view was the best way of capturing her ethereal qualities and the fact that she's rather out of place on Serenity. This is all from Mal's perspective and how I think he sees their relationship.
Take me over when I'm gone. Take me over, make me strong.
This is compared to something like my Memoirs of a Geisha vid or Tanglewood Tree, where I employed simple cross-dissolved transitions. I say simple, but actually they can be quite tricky to get right, and I have been known to spend a long time tweaking them.
Flower of love, 'cause love, love's got is a garden how it grows, black blood in the corn.
nice to have a vid be well received, but I'm just as happy making a small vid in a tiny fandom as a big statement vid that shamelessly draws attention to itself. I haven't really thought of myself as someone who specialises in fem/vids or vids with strong female characters. With the exception of I'm Your Man, it certainly hasn't been a political or even a conscious decision. I think I naturally gravitate towards shows and movies that feature strong, yet flawed and therefore interesting female characters. It hadn't occurred to me that this was something in any way peculiar or in need of explanation, but then I look at the way in which some people in certain popular fandoms respond to women in their shows, and I realise that maybe it is odd to think strong-minded women are awesome.
If you want a father for your child, or only want to walk with me a while across the sand.
As for fem/, if you can, by some miracle, have two interesting female characters in the same place at the same time, that's got to be double the fun, hasn't it? There are a number of vids in my back catalogue that are unreservedly light and upbeat, and I make no apologies for that. On the other hand, there are times when I feel compelled to make a bigger statement.
Ask the question why he has been here. All men knew to accept their fate. Wives and daughters cut and raped. A generation drenched in hate says he has been here. And I see no bravery, no bravery.
And it is then that I let my demons out, but I find there is some tiny lighter moment or darkly humorous moment in some of my more serious vids, mostly because I'm a sucker for a visual pun.
Sex, and the devil is sex. The devil is sex. And if the devil is sex, then God is sex. God is sex. God is sex. This one is gone.
I would like to think that I will continue to evolve as a vidder, that I can continue to work on the things that don't come naturally. Currently I find I'm like Homer Simpson, and learning new stuff pushes old stuff out of my brain. So it would be amazing to make a vid where the musicality, pacing, motion, narrative, colouring and effects were all spot on. Then again, that's like finding the Holy Grail, isn't it? And my vidding quest would be over and I had to take up fishing.
You